Dr. Gina Loudon. You're just amazing. Okay. I want to jump right into wife swap.
Yeah.
Because we were going to talk about that before.
Mm-hmm.
I get why you did it. Explain again why you did it.
You know, because we're always saying, Ann-Marie, that we're going to invade pop culture. And then we go and we speak to our churches and we talk to our PolitiChicks and we get on our Facebook pages where most people disagree with us. Not to say that we don't have our occasional troll, but most people agree with us. We speak at Republican events, we speak at tea parties, and guess what? We're really preaching to the choir a lot, too much of the time. And so then I had this opportunity to really be a part of pop culture. And so the main reason why I didn't want to do it is because I knew that they wouldn't portray me the way I really am. And I knew that they would probably try to make us look stupid. And to be completely honest with you, I thought about, is it a pride thing? And it was. And I had to overcome that. And I think that conservatives especially need to not be so afraid to laugh, to be laughed at, to have a good time, to enjoy what is our culture. They don't own the culture just because they dominate the ugly part of it. There's a whole lot of culture going on out there that we conservatives can be participating in. So I believe in my Constitution, I believe in my God, I believe in my family, and I was ready to take that into pop culture. So I said yes. It was scary though.
I can't even imagine. At the end, you didn't stay. You left.
Right.
And they got to have the last word. That was the thing that most of us on our side were just screaming. We're like, no, you gotta talk back to these crazy people. What would you have said if you could have looked them back in the eye in that last horrible table thing where they got the last word?
I would have just probably told them that that I would pray for them. I probably would have been attacked for it. I knew one thing, the way that this gentleman spoke to me, and gentleman's using the term extremely loosely, but I knew that the way he spoke to me, my husband has no tolerance for men treating women that way. And I knew that if I sat my real wrestler across from their wannabe wrestler, the wrong guy was going to end up in jail, and that would be bad. And so I'm glad it didn't happen that way. But, I would have just tried to love them. I told my kids before I left, to go to do the show. About the only part of it that's actually really real reality TV is that you really don't know where you're going. I had no idea where on the planet I was going when I left my home in San Diego. And so that part of it was very real. And all I could say to my kids the whole week before is the only thing you have to do, one thing, you don't have to teach them what you know. You have to just love this woman, whoever she is. And I warned him. I'm like, she might smell funny. She might look funny. She might say crazy things. Whatever it is, your only goal is to love her. And then I quiz him. I'd walk by my kids and be like, Lida, what's your goal? And she'd be like, to love her. We're going to love her. We're going to love her so much she's going to wish she could just run. And so that's what my kids did. And that's what conservatives do in general. Even when we are telling you what we believe, we're doing it in love because we really believe in our hearts with all of our passion. It's not to push our values on people. It's to love people the way we know how. And my husband always gives a great example. He always says, if you knew someone was running straight for a goal and there was a cliff and they were going to drop off of it, would you not do everything in your power to warn them? That's how I think of conservatism. We see them running off a cliff. We think they maybe don't realize it. We know they didn't get it in Nazi Germany. We figure we're not above that, and that could happen here too. And that's why we're just trying to shake them and warn them and to love them through the process. So that's probably what I would have done if I could have gone to that last round table.
Your kids were wonderful on the show. Lida was brilliant. And I think she expressed the love much more than I could have ever done. What's next? What are you going to do next? That was a pretty big breakthrough to primetime. What are you going to do next? You need to be on primetime. What about The View?
The View. Yeah. I love the quote from the movie Bella that says, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I have quit that because every time I try to tell God my plans, he is laughing at me a lot. So I have no idea, but right now I'm happy being a PolitiChick. I'm happy doing the Dr. Gina show. I love being a wife and a mom. I love being a patriot. And we've got some gun laws to change here in California, so we'll keep working on that.
Dr. Gina Loudon, website,
DocGTV.com.
There you go.